God dwells within you as you. You are the pure expression and extension of God's love. Just as God is love, so are you. You are love.
This is the Kevin Trudeau Show.
I am exposing the corruption in government and in major multinational corporations. We're telling you the things that they don't want you to know that will make your life better.
Out of this book, The Guru Kev Lessons, which I did not write. People say, oh, did you write this? I actually typed it on a typewriter, but these are not my words. I took blocks of thought from the ether and I translated those into English. If anything, I was a translator. Some people say, oh, you channeled this. You could say that. But it's not just into the ether, like channeling Abraham as Esther Hooks does, or channeling Ramtha, or channeling Seth, or channeling different people. They're all on different vibratory planes. I go above the veil into the static. So there's no filter. And then I take the blocks of thought and I put it into the Guru Kev Lessons. And I grabbed this because I said, I must have translated something about this information. And I did. There's a lesson called Who to Follow and Why, Part 1 and 2. When it comes to self-improvement, personal development, self-realization, enlightenment, success training, personal transformation, how to set and attain goals, and other such areas of the mind and spiritual nature of man, consider this. No one ever has invented or created anything. All a person ever did was discover the truth. What was there all along? No scientists invented DNA. They discovered DNA, as DNA was always a reality. No researcher created the atom, as atoms were always atoms even before mankind knew about them. No astronomer invented Pluto or any new planet. They simply discovered what was always there. Electricity was not invented, it was discovered, as was quantum physics. But when we get into areas of personal development, such as how to remove blocks to help you achieve success, or the secret to enlightenment, the method to eliminate mental and emotional pain, opening your chakras, success secrets, and so forth, many masters, authors, speakers, trainers, and gurus want to patent, copyright, and call these discoveries mine. They want to claim ownership to what they are teaching as if they invented or created something new. Nobody ever did this before I invented it, they shout. Really? Have you ever read the 5,000-year-old Vedas, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, written thousands of years ago, the Chinese writings of the Tao, Kashmir Shaivism, the Zohar, Kabbalah, Sufi teachings, or other ancient texts? Many of you probably have not. How about the secret teachings of the Freemasons, made available only to 33-degree Masons who are selected? Or other secret society teachings like the Brotherhood? I can assure you that whatever is being taught today as new is in these ancient texts or other writings that go back many hundreds or thousands of years. Everything from tapping to homeopathy to energy clearing, you name it. They were all practiced and used by people thousands of years ago. No one created or invented the law of attraction in the same way that no one invented the law of gravity. No one invented how the mind works. It simply always worked that way and always will. No one can patent how the mind holds pictures and traps energy and can be re-stimulated later, adversely affecting us. That's not a patentable or copyrightable material. No one ever invented chakras or astral bodies or energetic bodies or how the words you can use create things in your reality. They simply discovered what is truth, what was always there, and what is in fact reality. No one can say, I invented the only method of releasing and clearing trapped energy, and if you use my method, your life will improve in every area. What a person can say is, I discovered a method, probably one of many, that I think and appears to be a way to release and clear trapped energy, and if used, it seems to help most people and improve every area of their lives. See the difference? One's humble, one's arrogant. The key points are, number one, it is only what they think or assume or theorize. They do not know with 100% certainty. Number two, they did not invent it. It is not the only method, nor can they say the best. If what they discovered does something, did they not invent or create it? They discovered it or became aware of it. A method of clearing energy, for example. Number three, claiming ownership is the number one indicator that a person is not highly evolved and instead is ego-driven. It also shows that a person is in fact does not know, but rather only knows about. So beware of somebody who claims ownership. It's mine, I invented it, I copyrighted it, I patented it. One of the greatest researchers in the area of the mind and unlocking human potential and abilities delivered over 100,000 hours of recorded lectures over his lifetime. He dedicated his life to researching and discovering the truths of how the mind works, how to unlock the unlimited human potential that lies dormant, and how to release abilities in people that appear superhuman or supernatural. He stated, quote, "The truth of the mind, the entire physical universe, consciousness, and everything that can be classified as non-physical or spiritual can now be proven with science, hard facts, and evidence. It comes from nuclear and quantum physics, higher mathematics, and understandings of the ancients of the East, mostly India, Tibet, and China." Interesting. Quantum physics and the ancient teachings of those mystics, gurus, and enlightened masters of India and the East all are in agreement. L. Ron Hubbard, for example, said, quote, "The so-called experts of the recent past in the area of the mind gave dissertations espousing their philosophies, ideas, and opinions. They were, however, simply speculating and had very little actual proof verifying what they were saying was true. Their philosophies were their own creations, and each philosopher was at work trying to outcreate every other philosopher. It was all ego-driven and all about competition. We, however, are simply dealing with discoveries. The phenomena we are sharing are what we discovered and are held in common by all men and all life forms. We are not trying to outcreate every other so-called expert that comes along. He goes on to say, we really are not trying to teach you anything. We are really just trying to remind you of what you already know. Truth coming from anyone in any form was always yours in the first place. Many people are explaining the same things and have been for thousands of years, just saying it differently. Truth, therefore, is not only the science of life, but it is an account of what you were doing before you forgot what you were doing. Edison, arguably one of, if not the greatest inventor of all time on this point about discoveries, he always claimed he discovered things rather than invented things. It's interesting. So did Ford, Krishnamurti, Yogananda, Buddha, Tesla, Osho, Einstein, and many other masters. They never said they invented, they said they discovered. Consider this, when it comes to the mind, in order for one to explain it, to know how it works, one must be separate from it and observe it. Who then would be doing the observing? You. Yourself. The self. Consciousness. You are not your mind and not your body. You have a mind and you have a body. When one reaches this level of being separate from the mind and body and observing and being the witness of both, one can then share what they discovered, observed, and witnessed. All we have to do is listen to them. Luckily for mankind, thousands of enlightened souls have already done this, and their writings and discoveries are available to all. They have no ego and claim nothing as theirs. With this in mind, consider what I have said before in many of my messages, books, emails, blogs, posts, and lectures. Who do you listen to? Beware of those experts who I am certain are very well-intentioned, but perhaps a little too ego-driven, that they want to claim credit to truth as if it is their inventions, creations, methods, or secret systems relating to how to improve the human condition and make your life better in every area and every aspect. When you know truth because you've actually experienced observing the mind and the non-physical universe as Edison describes, you never feel you have to claim anything as yours. Therefore, if someone is claiming ownership to truth or a method as their trademark creation, know that they have not achieved that state of being, the witness of the mind. Therefore, they do not know. They only know about. Thus, they always feel threatened. Nothing real can ever be threatened. Therefore, when you have experienced firsthand that of being a witness to the mind and have experienced personally the merging with all that is, you never feel threatened. You never need approval, validation, or feel the need to be affirmed. Truth is truth. Reality is reality. You have complete knowingness and certainty. Look for these qualities in those you listen to and work to attain them in yourself. Everything already is when it comes to the mind and spirituality. All has already been discovered and revealed to all of us because so many have already achieved enlightenment. There have been millions of highly evolved beings on earth spanning thousands of years who have reached the spiritual level of being able to observe and witness the mind in action and the entire spiritual, non-physical nature of the universe. These people are known as beings of enlightenment and sometimes called saints or avatars or self-realized. Many of them over thousands of years have written such observations and discoveries for all of us to learn from. These texts are available to all of us now. But who will spend the time reading these esoteric texts from all around the world? Very few. Lucky for us right now, in fact, there are hundreds of thousands of such enlightened, self-realized beings on planet Earth. Many of them are sharing what they know through books, lectures, videos, and workshops. They are sharing what they know, not just what they know about. I encourage you to seek truth from source via someone who is not claiming to be source, but rather working to open you up so that you can connect with source directly. Finding such a person and following their teachings is the fastest and easiest path to get where you absolutely want to go. Enlightenment, self-realization, self-mastery, and success, abundance, and prosperity in every aspect of your life. Much love to you as you proceed in your journey, making an adventure. May you never be the same. Guru Kev. That's why I got the Guru. One more little short one. This, if you get it, is probably the most important lesson I will ever teach you. Who do you listen to, and are you teachable and coachable? Are you an open vessel? Do you have humility? Are you asking questions, and are you serving? Think about it. More on who do you follow? Many people still ask, how do I know which group to join, teachings to embrace, or person I should trust, believe in, or follow? First, you can never be wrong. No matter what you do or choose, you will simply create something that allows you to define more clearly what you do want, and you can then create it. Take life lightly. Care, but not that much. When you are ready, you will attract into your experience, and you can and will see and feel the truth in a teaching and or the power of the teacher. When you are not ready, which means being too caught up in the intellect, mind, thoughts, ego, instead of heart feelings, you might not see or feel truth or the power that is being made available to you. If a thief met a true saint, all the thief would see is what he could steal from the saint. He would never be aware that he was in the presence of a saint or a master, and his life could be transformed forever if he was in a state of allowing. Even though being in the saint's presence could be transformative, he would have no awareness of his own transformation. Thus, he would reap no benefits. Many of you are like that. If a poor man on a remote island was given 1 million euros, he might not have any awareness of what euros or money is and the value of what he has been given. He might burn it for heat. He might take the money and use it to make a roof so he will not get wet. One must be ready and have awareness of the value of what one is receiving to truly benefit. Many of you have been given more gifts than you realize. You have everything. It is just your lack of understanding this truth that is holding you back from making all your dreams come true and being more joyous and blissful than you could ever imagine. The books, the audios, the trainings, the Success Mastery course, the events, meetings, seminars, webinars, partner program, monthly Zoom calls, partner conventions are all designed, among other things, to increase your awareness of what is already inside you, yet dormant, and to awaken it. The energy in all the trainings, not the intellectual knowledge, activates your dormant power and awareness. Without the energy from the training is just interesting intellectually, but lacks the true power to transform. With intellectual knowledge, you just know about things, but you do not truly personally experience them, so you never really know. Most of us have no awareness of what needs to be transformed within us, or what we are wrong about. When you come in contact with the true energy, which is pure love, you are transformed in a way you need, but might not expect. You are then never the same. Based on your own awareness level, you will be able to feel or know what training is right for you. There are a few things to consider when choosing who or what to embrace, but always follow your feelings in what you feel is right. You cannot make a mistake anyway, so don't worry. Life is a journey with many detours. Just have fun and always enjoy the adventure. Questions you might ask or things to look for in people who do success or self-improvement training. The answers are some indicators that a person is not fully plugged in to source and not coming from love. These are indicators that a person is still caught up in mind, thought, intellect, ego, and their training lacks the power to transform. Do they show lack of appreciation? Are they still reading books, or do they believe they don't need to because they already know it all? That's a low teachability index. The Dalai Lama, by the way, reads every day and says he learns something new every day. Do they operate, think, talk, act out of fear, lack, worry, anxiety, or concern? Do they speak condescendingly and show conceit toward others? Are they critical, judging, condemning, and finding the imperfections in things and people? They believe in absolutes, and their understanding of right and wrong, good and bad, are the only correct viewpoints? We know some people like that. Are you listening to them? Are they very concerned about how others view, think, and talk about them? Are they very concerned about how others live their lives and without being asked are obsessed with trying to change or fix others to their correct way of living and beliefs? Are they attached to the body and to material things? Do they have a need for prestige, status, acceptance, power, control over others and all conditions around them? Sounds like some people we may know. Sounds like some authors, speakers, trainers. Are they revengeful, unforgiving, and arrogant? Have a fear of losing of what they have? Concerned with what they have and what is theirs? Focusing on analyzing, intellectualizing, overthinking instead of following their feelings? Afraid of making a mistake and being wrong? Must make others wrong and themselves right? Being self-righteous? And the list can go on. You see, all of the above are fear-based, not love-based. When a person is acting from an abundance of fear, they might have lots of love too, but enough fear to show itself. They are really acting from a lack of personal experience and knowingness. Fear is always based on this ignorance. Love them as they know not what they do. Make sense now? When Jesus said that, love them, for they know not what to do. If you understand that they're coming from fear, you love them anyway. Look at yourself and do a little self-analysis with the above list. I am sure there are things you can improve on too. Be happy right now, as no matter where you are perfect. If you choose to be more of a state of love than fear, then go for that. But remember, you are still perfect right now the way you are. I know it's a hard concept to understand. Not that anyone is, quote, perfect. Consider also that no one is perfect that is still in a body. Remember, too, that you can and are encouraged to learn from everyone. Many of these people who show many of the above traits are still very well-intentioned and might have great information. We learn from everyone. The truly life-changing experiences you will have that will help unleash your unlimited dormant power, however, will only come from those who are the opposite of the above. Simply take each characteristic above and think of what the opposite is. If you find a person with many of those traits, or close, as no one is perfect, you might be on to the real deal. The ultimate test is how you feel about the person or group and what experience you get from the person or group. Look at yourself too. Love, not fear, which is lack of love, is where the power comes from. Until next time, you are loved, Guru. I can tell you, if you're watching this show, you're not here by accident. And it's not really about me. The Kevin Trudeau fan club, the partner program we have is spectacular. The Global Information Network is spectacular. The people that I bring to you, the books I recommend, the movies I recommend. This weekend, for example, 7 multimillionaires that I've known are coming in. All have more love and fear in their heart. No one's perfect. But they're all people that I could say, listen to them. Be humble, ask questions, and serve them. Be open and receptive. Have a high teachability index. Have a willingness to learn and a willingness to accept change. Lower yourself as an empty beaker. Empty your mind. Free yourself from any of your beliefs. Be open and receptive. That's what willingness to accept change is. And when I teach you, when you read lessons in the Guru Kev lesson book, when you go through the Nuggets of Gold, when you go through the Success Mastery course, when you go through the Science of Personal Mastery course, when you come to the seminars or events, when you're on the partner call with me every month, and I'm answering questions, teaching you about the secrets of the universe, the secrets of success and enlightenment and health on this show, when you're listening and watching all these episodes, the more open and receptive you are, the more in a state of allowing and surrender that you are, the more you will be filled up and thus completely transformed. And what that means is your vibrational frequency, your constitutional vibrational frequency that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is going to shift and change so that you start becoming a success magnet. You start attracting into your life the things that you want and desire. And your life becomes better in every aspect. You are a miracle. You are a miracle of creation. And remember, God dwells within you as you. You are the pure expression and extension of God's love. Just as God is love, so are you. You are love. Just become aware of that truth and reality, and your world will change. Hi, I'm Kevin Trudeau. This is everything they don't want you to know about to improve the quality of your life. Broadcasting every Monday and Wednesday, 2 days a week now. Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock Chicago time. Make sure you tune in and subscribe to the channel and share these shows with everyone you know.